What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with a Blue Jackets live stream. Damn. Last time I talked about the Blue Jackets was when we traded Foligno and Riley Nash and them. Well, as you can see by the title, our season has come to an end. This is the, I guess, shortest season we've had since, 2015, 2016? Yeah. Under 500. And for my Blue Jackets fans out there, we all remember what happened that season. Todd Richards was the head coach to start. And he only lasted 7 games. The Blue Jackets started off that season 0-7-0. Yeah, 7 regulation losses to start the season. 7 regulation losses. That's nuts. And then they finally decided, you know what, enough is enough. You're out of here. They then, I guess, promoted John Tortorella to be the head coach, to be the guy, to be the main man behind the bench. And from that point on, the Blue Jackets would not miss the playoffs for another 4 years. Well, I guess 5 years. Yeah. So, Tortorella took over. Year after. Look at this. This is crazy. I'm literally looking at our seasons right now. We jumped from 34, 40, and 8 to 50, 24, and 8. 108 points. We were 3rd out of 8 teams in the Metro. That was our well, we got rid of Todd Richards in our 3rd season in the Metro. Of course. And of course we would play, I think we'd play the Penguins. Then we'd play the Capitals. Losing both times in the first round. That was always a meme. You can never get out of the first round. But then something crazy happened. 2018, 2019 came around. 47, 31, and 4. Of course, that was the year that the Blue Jackets went all in, and they went out and they were very aggressive at the trade deadline. Brought in like 5 new faces, it seemed like. And we actually won a round in the playoffs. Yeah. So we completely shedded that meme. And then, just the year after that, we lost in the first round again. But we technically did win a round. We won the play-in round. So technically, we didn't really make the playoffs. But, we didn't win a playoff round. We just won a round to get in the playoffs. It's kind of like the wild card round in baseball. Whatever. We still won a round, though. Yeah. But, we lost. And then, we lost to the Lightning. We just seemingly were no match. Of course, we had that, 5 or so overtime freaking slugfest. Remember that? I freaking tried to stream that game. I streamed that game. I think I streamed... How many overtimes did I stream in that game? 2 or 3 of them. And then I was like, I'm done. I can't stream anymore. Because homie got to eat, though. It was getting to the point where it's like, well, my stomach's going to start grumbling. And it's like, do I stream or do I eat? Do I sacrifice hunger for streaming? Probably pass out on stream? Or do I eat on stream? But no, I didn't do that. So then, of course, this year was very weird. And I guess, overall, the vibe of the team was just different. As, for the first time since Tortorella took over, we missed the playoffs. What's up, Ethan? Torts and CBJ. Yes, I saw that. Nothing to complain about having a podium position. No. Oh, yeah, I will live stream the schedule release. By the way, if you're wondering, what about the Indians? They got postponed. Yeah, they got postponed today. So they'll be making up that game on August 9th. So now I believe they face Chicago at home. So I will be welcoming the Cubbies to town. That'll be fun. I might stream the Bieber start for that one, but yeah, I'll talk about that series probably tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about it right now. That's not the focus of this stream. So, yeah, talking about this season for the Blue Jackets. It was ugly, kind of fits it perfectly. This was exactly what I just said. It was an ugly season for us. And it got started way before the season even began. Because for those who kept track of our moves prior to everything going on here, you would have seen, like, in the off season, right as it got started, we were making hella moves, trades galore. I mean, let's take a look at all the trades we made prior to the season starting, all right? We're going to start off right here, January 23rd, 2021. Well, no, actually, before that, October. So we traded Marcus Nudavara away. We traded Ryan Murray away. We got rid of Josh Anderson from Ags Domi. We also made a trade with the Ducks, I guess, for a draft picks or something. Whatever. But then we're like, okay, well, what the heck's going on here? So first off, okay, they traded Anderson, and we're like, okay, Yarmar's clearing some cap. Okay. He traded away Nudavara and Murray. So at this point, Blue Jackets fans were like, okay, I see what they're doing. They're clearing up space to go big fish hunting. They're going after maybe they're going after a Hoffman, Haula, Granlund, maybe even Taylor Hall. And there was rumors going around that Taylor Hall was, I guess, interested in the Blue Jackets. Like, there was some talks going on there. But, of course, we all saw where he went. He went to Buffalo. Of course. And how about that? Buffalo is going to wind up probably with the first overall pick. So his little thing continues. Yeah. So we made all those moves, cleared up all that cap space. And you know who we signed? One guy, really. Mikko Koivu. That was the only free agent we signed. And you know why we only signed one guy? Because they were waiting to sign PLD. Yeah. They were waiting to sign PLD. Took forever to sign him. Finally, they signed him. And this dude decides to go out here and to start slagging off. By the way, again, if you hear snoring in the background, my dog is, for some reason, he always does this. He always sleeps during streams. Oh, crazy dog, maybe you're streaming during his sleep schedule. I don't know. But he is the loudest snorer ever. And I don't know if this microphone's picking it up. But yeah, my lovely bulldog, who you've probably heard during streams, is freaking human. I swear, he snores like a freaking dude, man. God. But whatever, at least he's not causing havoc. Oh, well, who cares? But literally, though, we cleared up all this cap space and only signed really one guy. And look where that got us. Look where that freaking got us. Nowhere. Oh, my God. Oh, you can't hear snores? Okay, good. All right. But, I mean, literally, like, if you could hear him, he is snoring like a freaking human. Like, if he was in another room and you heard it, you'd be like, damn, is someone out there on the couch snoring? You'd go out there and you'd see a dog, and it's like, oh. But, yeah, I mean, the Blue Jackets they were just very weird this offseason, They had Blue Jackets fans thinking we were going to go big game hunting. We were going to land one of these big fish, and we wound up with Mikko Koivu. You know, it's kind of like when you be going fishing, you think you got a big bite. It's really like putting a lot of tension on there. It's a big one. It's a big one. You're thinking, oh my God, I got a big one. And it turns out to be a freaking turtle or something. It's like, really? And what really made that thing even worse was the fact that, Koivu, he was a good veteran. Well, first off, he missed a good portion of the start because of the virus. He was in protocols, of course. And then he comes in, finally starts playing, plays a little bit, and then he decides to retire. Okay. All right. Yeah, the one guy we really signed retired. Okay. So you look at how this team's season started. And it did not start off great. Because of course, it started in January. Started off the season, what was it? 1-3. And we split a series with the Lightning. But then, you look, January 23rd. The date in which we traded Pierre-Luc Dubois for Jack Roslovic and Patrick Laine. So it's almost like that trade infused a little bit of energy into this team. And because we won 5-2. We beat the Lightning that night. And then we turned right back around and lose 4-3 to Florida in the shootout. And then we beat Chicago back-to-back. Nice. Then Chicago again. Overall, we weren't doing too bad. We weren't doing too bad at all. March comes around and, we're going back and forth. We beat the Red Wings. We beat the Stars. We get shut out by the Stars. We turn around. 2 days later, we beat the Panthers. We lose to the Panthers in overtime, so we got an overtime point. We beat the Stars in overtime. Then we lose to the Stars the next day in a shootout. Wait 3 days. Beat we actually took 2 out of 3. Well, no, we split with the Hurricanes. Oh, my God, I can't even speak. We took 2 games on the road, one in overtime, one in a shootout against the Hurricanes. We lose in regulation, and then we lose in overtime to the Hurricanes at home. We beat the Red Wings. No, I'm sorry. No, this is what I think really killed us right here. Losing 2 games back-to-back in Detroit. Yeah. Calvin Pickard, I believe, was the goalie for the Red Wings. We scored 2 goals in those games. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? And then, of course, we turn around and beat Tampa because, of course. And then from that point on, things would completely tumble out of control. You lose to Tampa Bay, April 1st. What a joke. Lose to Florida 5-2 on the 3rd. Next day, get blanked by Florida. We beat Tampa again. And from that game on, we would not win another game until 3 weeks later. Yeah. I'm trying to count here. Hang on. "21 days. 21 days between victories, and this one didn't even come in regulation. In fact, We did not get another regulation win until earlier this week when we beat Nashville. No. Yeah. 4 days ago. We didn't win another regulation game until we beat Nashville. Until we beat Nashville on the 5th. We won a resounding 3 games in the final month and a couple weeks of the season. Keep in mind, guys, there was a point when this team was fighting for 4th. What was it? Freaking February in the March around there, that area. We were actually tied for 4th place. We had fought back into the playoff race. We were looking like we could possibly sneak back in. And then April happened, and this team just completely fell apart. Now, it's not really all on the team itself. Injuries took a toll on this team. They really took a toll. The injury bug said, "Hello, Columbus. How you doing today?" And they gave us a nice little, Floyd Mayweather uppercut right to the jaw. And yeah, we wound up losing. Werenski, Boone Jenner was out. He's out for the year, whatever. LTIR. Gustav literally missed the entire season. And things just did not go well. And then, of course, we traded away. Riley Nash is gone. Foligno's gone. Yeah. Boone Jenner's gone. But on the bright side with those trades, we somehow netted 3 first-rounders this year, and now we're probably going to have hopefully top 5 pick in the lottery. So for the first time in 5 or so years, really, for the first time since I've been on YouTube, we're going to be in the draft lottery. I'm going to have 2 teams praying to the lottery gods this year. The Cavs, who hopefully will have a top 5 pick again, hopefully top 3, and the Blue Jackets. Wow. Yeah. How about that? In this year's draft, 2021, which is, of course, a meh draft, of course, 3 firsts, a third, a fourth, 2 fifths, a 6th, and a 7th. So, yeah, overall, not bad. Not bad. Now, what do we have in terms of contracts for next year? Well, in terms of UFAs, we got Mikhail Grigorenko, who's only here on a 1-year deal. Dalpe is on a 1 year. He's the UFA next year, after this year. Stefan Mattel, Ryan McInnes are all UFAs. Although for McInnes, it says he did not accrue the required games by age 25. Okay. Cole Sherwood's an RFA, as is, of course, Texier, Pat Laine, and Kevin Stenlund. So we'll see what happens with that. Of course, Stenlund, I guess, is arbitration eligible, so we'll see what happens with him. But then look at the defense. And Mikko Lehtinen, UFA. Del Zotto, UFA. Now, the thing with Del Zotto is he actually came in on a PTO, a professional tryout, and he made the team. He was, I guess, technically another free agent signing, but he actually panned out. He was pretty good with us. Andrew Peak, I guess he's an RFA, but he's, again, has not accrued the necessary seasons for RFA. He's ineligible for an offer sheet. Okay, so we'll see what happens with him, I guess. But then you look at our goalies. Okay, so we got 3 goalies right now. Elvis Merzlikins, Jonas Korpisalo, and Matisse Kivlenieks. They've all gotten legit time this year, although Matisse played the last couple games. But there's a sense going around that either Elvis or Jonas could be gone after this year. Like, they're traded. I wouldn't even be shocked if one of them is taken by Seattle. But honestly, if you ask me, I feel like Jarmo is going to use one of those 2 goalies to get us a first-line center. Something that's essentially his, that's his Moby Dick, his white whale, a first-line center. He was not able to get us one. He said he was going to try and get us one, but, he said it was hard to do. I feel like he's going to dangle one of our goalies, and he's going to try and get us a first-line center this offseason. So we're going to have 3 first-round picks. I'm not sure about cap space, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be somewhat active. I don't know about going after the big fish again. We'll have to see who's available. But yeah, 3 first-round picks, probably a decent amount of cap. We'll see what happens with these RFAs and stuff. And then, of course, we got the head coaching search. If you haven't heard by now, Tortorella is gone. He and Jarmo mutually agreed to part ways, even though his contract was up. So we already knew he was gone. We have known he was gone really since like a month or 2 into the season. Just the way that the team was going, with things like they were struggling. It just seemed like his voice had worn out in the locker room. And not to mention, this guy was out here benching players. He freaking benched Laine, I guess in a somewhat meaningful game. Like a days ago, he freaking benched Roslovic, or healthy scratched players. He healthy scratched Domi a couple times. Bro, it was nuts. It was nuts. Found the Lions hat yesterday. Nice. But yeah, man. That's another thing. It didn't really help we had in our freaking division. Now, if we were in the Metro, interesting to see how we would have done in the Metro this year. Washington was still really good. Philly, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Islanders. Literally every team, all but what 3 teams made the playoffs out of the Metro. Washington, 4. Philly, they fell apart. That's right. Yeah. Washington, Pittsburgh, Carolina, and the Islanders all made the playoffs in the Metro. How about that? Now, I want to see who would have made the playoffs if the Metro was still around. I know we wouldn't have. We had 81 points last year. This year, the Blue Jackets finished with an astounding 48. Damn, Carolina almost had as he did in an 82-some game season in a freaking 50-some game season. And yeah, they had 80 points. They're 36, 11, and 8. By the way, I guess they extended their coach. Rod Brindamore is not going anywhere. Because much like Torts, he had an expiring contract. But Carolina's like, you're not going nowhere, my guy. But, yeah, we absolutely sucked this year. But you think, who was in your division? Carolina, Florida, Tampa, Nashville, Dallas, Chicago, Detroit. Really the only, I guess, somewhat gimme games, not even gimme games, because Detroit looked good at times. But, yeah, Detroit was the weakest team in our division heading into this year. Chicago had, Patrick Kane and all them, and of course Kubalik and all those other guys. Nashville, Dallas, we already know about them. Tampa Bay, superpower. Florida you might as well call them the Florida freaking Blue Jackets. And then Carolina, who took over the number 1 spot in the Central Division late this season. But man, they're right there. They're right there. They're 3 points behind them. Now, what would have happened if they went with point percentage? Nothing. No. Nope. It would have been interesting if they would have went with point percentage, but yeah, it just was not our year. Not our year. And it's kind of fun because for those who didn't know, and the first year, we were, of course, in the Central Division. So it's kind of like, literally a throwback. And that year, we were 28, 39, and 9. But this year, we finished 17, 26, and 12. 12 overtime losses. And some of those losses were quick as hell, too. I mean, there was games where literally we never touched the puck. Yeah. There was games this year in overtime where we didn't even get a sniff of the offensive zone. It was essentially a freaking power play for the opponent. That's the thing with these 3-on-3 freaking overtimes. You lose the puck, you're probably losing because most of the time you turn it over, it's a breakaway. You really only have one defenseman on the ice. You know? That's why you got to have a good goalie, and that's another thing that hurt us this year. Our goaltending this year suffered. Korpisalo was nah. Elvis was good at times, but they just weren't standing on their head like they were last year. That's what really hurt us. We relied heavily on our goaltending last year. Not to mention, I got angry at the whole system that we ran. I'm kind of glad Torts is gone. The whole dump and chase thing, no. No, let's dump the puck and go after it. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not how you do it. Nope. And then my favorite part, let's just shoot the puck right at, the goalie. Let's try to, it's like, you think it's going to go through the goalie? They just shoot it right at the goalie. They don't put it past him half the time. They just be whipping the puck at him, trying to get lucky. Like, okay. That's a bold strategy. But, it's whatever. Sometimes you would get lucky with it, though. I mean, sometimes you'd have those nutty goals that would deflect off of somebody or off of something and go in the net. I mean, there was a freaking goal earlier in the year against Nashville. The puck literally went up in the air and went behind the Predators' goalie. I think it was Saros. And it went behind him. I mean, heck, a couple years ago, it happened to us. Freaking puck went off the top of the net. And I think it rolled off of Bobrovsky. I think it was. It rolled down his back and into the net. That had to be the most unluckiest goal I've ever seen against us. But in terms of who led the team in points, Bjorkstrand, obviously. Atkinson finished with 34 points. Roslovic, 34. Seth Jones, 28 points. Not bad for how his season started. Domi, 24 points. Laine, 21. Moransky, 20. Kind of sucks because the season ended so prematurely. Eric Robinson had 18. Boone Jenner, 17. Of course, he got traded. Texier, 15. Delzato, 13. Gavrikov, 12. Stenlund, 10. Yep. So a good amount of our players scored this year. Now, who led the team in goals? Let's see who led the team. Oh, yeah, Bjorkstrand. Duh. Yeah, 18 goals. Assist leader, Bjorkstrand. Points leader, Bjorkstrand. Plus minus, Eric Robinson with a +6. Who spent the most time in the box? Who was the naughtiest player on the Blue Jackets? Max Domi. 75 penalty minutes. Damn. This dude spent over an hour in the penalty box. That's insane. Yeah, 75 penalty minutes. Yeah. This dude spent what would essentially be an hour, 75 minutes. Yeah. He spent over an hour in the penalty box. Like, imagine that would be like sending someone into the penalty box for what would be, a period and a half? Or the whole game. Yeah. Because 3 20-minute periods, all right? And then all but 5 minutes of the first period of the next game. Imagine that. That would be like you'd essentially be putting Domi in the box for a whole entire game. And then for the first, 15 minutes of the next game. That's 75 minutes. Like game minutes. Now, in terms of like actual time, that's probably what? Literally probably a period and a half or so. Wow. That's insane. The next closest was Seth Jones at 26. So that would be essentially a period in the first 6 minutes of the second period. Wow. That just shows you how crazy Domi is. 75 penalty minutes. Now, you know what's also pretty crazy? Power play goals. Guess how many power play goals we had? How strong the Vegas Golden Knights are. They just started last year. No, 2 years ago. Or 2 or 3 years ago. They've been around for a couple years. Yeah. But you look at power play goals that we've had. The leader in power play goals. No, we're tied. The two leaders we had. Jack Roslovic and Patrick Laine. Guess how many power play goals they had? And it's not what you think. They literally, I think, had half our goals. Yeah. They had almost half our power play goals. How about that? They had 4 apiece. My God, my dog is literally... God, he snores so loud. It's crazy. I could have sworn he farted too. My God, my dog is... Oh, my God, bro. My dog has the freaking... Like, he's literally like a dog. He's the most human-esque dog I've ever seen. He snores hella loud and he farts too. I mean, every dog farts, but damn. He's... Dang. Damn. Power play points. Roslovic. Okay, yeah. Overtime goals. 3. 3 overtime goals. Seth Jones, Domi, and Werenski all had an overtime goal. Who led the team in shots? Oh, Cam, 158. Okay. Game-winning goals. Cam, Domi, and Robinson all had game-winning goals. They have had 2 apiece. This team is so bad. My God. Wow. Yeah, Bjorkstrand played 56 games. Bjorkstrand, Atkinson, Jones, Robinson all played. I think they played, what, every single game? Would have played every game, but I think he missed a game because of a birth in the family. So that's cool. And then Domi missed 2 games because healthy scratch. Of course, Delzato, 53 games. Texier, 49. Roslovic, 48. Laine, 45. Because they just showed up. Oh, that's something else. Okay. But yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, this season should be fun. When I find out who we hire as a coach, I'll probably, most likely, I might make a video about it. I mean, I was planning on doing all these videos about the Blue Jackets, you know, free agent signings. And if we sign anyone big, I'll make a video. We only signed Mikko Koivu. Bruh. But I expect a pretty good offseason. We'll see who we hire as coach. We'll see what happens. But that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this live stream, guys. And, yeah, I mean, I was thinking about doing hockey, you know, in the playoffs if the Blue Jackets made it, but they didn't. So I guess I could take it easy with that this year. That's one good thing. I don't have to stress out about playoff hockey. So instead, I'm probably going to do some playoff basketball. You know, I'll be doing probably most of the play-in game. Maybe I might even do all the play-in games, honestly, and then be doing some playoff games as well. I'm going to try and do the games that Rocha and Sports Fury are not doing because I don't really want to be competing with their audiences. Besides, you know, I mean, like when you watch like on TV, you usually don't see. I mean, they do the same games most of the time anyway. I mean, I don't really want to have 3 or 4 different channels doing the same game. I might choose a game like something different. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll probably have like a playoff schedule. I'll probably post that in the community notes soon. So keep an eye out for that, especially when we get the matchups and stuff. Still got a little ways to go. So, but for those who are wondering, what are the NHL matchups in the playoffs? Because it seems like all the matchups are pretty much set at this rate. Well, out west, we got Vegas versus St. Louis. Love it. My God, you see the point differential between freaking St. Louis and Minnesota for third and fourth? My God. It's almost 20-point differential between those two teams. Holy crap. It's insane. Then you have Colorado and Minnesota. That'll be fun. Then in the Central, Carolina, Florida, Tampa, Nashville. It'll be Carolina, Florida. Love it. Out East, Pittsburgh versus New York Islanders, Washington, Boston. And then in the North, Toronto, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Montreal. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Love it. So I'll see you guys for my Indians series recap. And until then, and I'm out.